What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Guns as always, and today we are looking at not the patch notes, but the first log of our June patch for PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds. I know it's been a while since we've done a video. I do have one coming up. Remember, I don't like making pointless videos, so I've been trying to think of actual things to teach you guys in videos and things that are important for you to know. That's why there hasn't been one. I can't think of anything. But anyway, this isn't patch notes. This is just in general what they're talking about doing. So he's talking about item spawn balancing first pass. Now it's the first pass. They're not doing everything. They're just doing a couple of things. They have here are the major changes that they've made so far. Due to a bug, we've been experiencing an issue with where some items either spawn more or less than intended. This was discovered in the process of modifying the spawn table internal structure for developing custom games. And after following and testing the issue, we discovered that a similar issue was present throughout all spawn tables. Not all items had issues, but we decided it was necessary to adjust some of the items that were spawned too much or too little for their tiers. Even though it's not bug related, we also hope to improve the item looting experience for items that we've received a lot of user feedback on. Such improvements and adjustments will be made on a regular basis based on various data analysis and feedback. So their plan here with this is basically to adjust based on how the player feedback is for how everything spawns in the world. And by the way, there's the Groza. I think it's a really, really ugly looking gun, but it could be very powerful. So yeah, basically what they're going to do is based on feedback, they're going to change things. Some of the first things that they're changing for the world spawns, they are adding a new pistol. We'll talk about that in a second, why I'm extremely excited for that. They're decreasing the spawn rate of the Scar. It does spawn a lot. It's a very high-tiered weapon. You notice how often you find Scars, but you don't find M4s that often. Well, you're going to find M4s a little more often, or you're going to find Scars a little more often than M4s now. But still, the M4 you'll still find less. So, in terms of rareness, it's going to go M16, Scar, M4. In some scenarios I had been in, the Scar was just as prevalent as M16s, and that's not how they want it, because the Scar is a fairly good medium tier gun. So you're going to find more M16s, less Scars, but you'll find more Scars than you find M4s. So they're going to balance that out. The spawn rate of the UMP was slightly decreased. Now this one's only a slight decrease, and I understand why. They're also increasing the spawn rate of the Uzi. They want them to spawn equally, and they don't. I actually kind of prefer the Uzi, even though it's a pretty much close quarters only weapon. Very little to no use for it, even at a medium range. So they're going to decrease the UMP spawn and increase the Uzi spawn. So they actually spawn about 50-50 now, as opposed to almost constantly finding a UMP and sometimes struggling to find an Uzi. So that 50-50 spawn rate I prefer, because I like to have a good primary like an assault rifle and then an Uzi as a backup for close quarters. Because I'll outfit an AK with an ACOG and a flash hider or a silencer and an extended mag, and then put an Uzi on, and I'll just leave my AK in single fire the whole time, and I clear buildings with my Uzi. That's one of the ways I play. So, you know, I do like that they are changing that. I like to have the Uzi more often. The UMP is more of a short to mid-range gun with a slower fire rate. Yes, it can still be used in close quarters, but the Uzi is just much more effective. And secondly, or lastly, for item balancing, level 1 helmet was being respawned at a much higher rate than level 1 vest, and the spawn rate was adjusted so that both items will be spawned at similar rates. Ever run into the scenario where you can find a helmet, but you can't find armor, can't find, you know. So basically, they're leveling out level 1 armor and vest. Now, level 2 armor and vest could need some balancing. Level 3 armor and vest could need some balancing. We don't know. We don't have the statistics that they do. So they're more than likely going to be looking at their statistics and deciding what does and does not need balancing at this point. Now, that's all the balancing stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the new weapons that are being added. So there's 2 new weapons coming. Both of them I'm actually really excited about. I'm way more excited for one than the other. I am more excited for the fully automatic pistol, the P18C. So it's a 9mm pistol that looks like a Glock that's fully automatic. You've heard of fully automatic Glocks that exist before, so this is going to be a fully automatic 9mm pistol. This is going to make pistols not viable, but better? Question mark? It's going to give them as an option where you can run something like a sniper and a shotgun, and then you can have a full auto pistol so that you could walk into a house and spray. Because there are situations where a shotgun is needed and spraying bullets down the hallway is more needed than a shotgun. It's a difference in style and play. So yeah, one is very much needed as opposed to the other. So I think this fully automatic pistol being added to the roster of things is actually going to be really, really fun. I enjoyed a lot. And they're adding a couple other things to the crates. They're also removing some things. So first, let's go over the big one, the Groza. The Groza is a 7.62 weapon that will only be acquired in care packages. It is a bullpup, fully automatic 7.62 weapon. We don't know what the recoil on it's like. We don't know what the accuracy, the control patterns, or anything like that, or what's attachable to it. We know nothing, Jon Snow. So I think that this weapon, the Groza, is going to be an extremely powerful, close to mid-range weapon. I think it's going to be an ungodly close-range weapon. This will just destroy anything close range, short of a shotgun one-tapping you. I think the Groza is going to be the king of close range. And if you have one of these Grozas, you're going to want to run in cities, you're going to want to run in buildings, because you're just going to murder everybody. I think you'll be able to use it fairly efficiently at medium range, and I also think you're going to be able to use it pretty okayly. Not well, not M16 with an 8x and a silencer well, not a fully kitted M4 well, not a car well. I think you'll still be able to use it pretty okay at longer ranges, though, up 100 meters up. I think you'll definitely be able to hit people with it. It's 7.62, so obviously the bullet drop's not as huge of a factor as it is with like VSS. So we'll see. Obviously we have to wait for it to come out, but I think this is going to be one of the, you're going to carry this weapon and a sniper with you. Like if you have this weapon, you have all your close to medium range needs covered, and then you're just going to carry a sniper with you. Here's one of the things I do enjoy. The VSS will no longer be found in care packages. And I like this. It takes more off of the spawn table for care packages, and it leaves VSSs to be found out in the world. Now, hopefully they increase the spawn rate of VSSs on the maps, and I like the VSS. I know a lot of people don't like the VSS. I may do a video on that about how you're supposed to use the VSS, because I hear a lot of people say like, oh, I hated this shitty gun, and it's like, are you using it right though? So I may do a video on that, but at a low probability, you will acquire AR silencers and sniper rifle silencers in care packages. So low probability, but they could be there, which I like. That's something good, because silencers are hard to find. And if you're hunting down care packages, I think it's a care package. It shouldn't just come with a gun and some ammo. It should come with the gun, the ammo, the helmet, the adrenaline syringe, a silencer, or, you know, maybe a couple of scopes. And also, speaking of scopes, at a low probability, you'll be able to acquire a 4x scope in care packages. Which again, I also think is good, because you can get 8x's and 15x's. I think it's fair to throw in a 4x, because 4x's are sometimes hard to find. So overall, I'm really happy with this. This is the first balancing pass. We do not have full patch notes yet. I will go over full patch notes as soon as they are out for you guys. And then of course I'll have some videos once I have some gameplay of the Groza out, assuming I'm not working. But hey, for those of you that have questions or want answers or anything like that, obviously leave them down in the comments below. Give me some ideas on what you guys want videos made out of, and I will absolutely try to see if I can't create something for you guys there. I'm running out of ideas. Give me some over here, I'll take them. But I am pretty happy with the patch notes to start with. They've not mentioned anything about mantling or climbing or anything yet in this patch. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. We are getting a loot pass, we are getting server performance in this next patch, both of which I think are really great things. And they're adding a new gun, and they're adding 2 new guns, and they're changing care packages. And I'm really happy with this patch. It doesn't seem like we're getting a lot, but we're getting a lot. They're making sure the game runs properly. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the first look at partial patch notes channel logs, I would guess. It's item spawn balancing. It's the first pass. I'll go over full patch notes when they hit, all the important stuff you guys need to know. Thanks for watching. I am Guns. I'm going to get out of here. See you later.